Welcome to Manifestation for Beginners, a research study conducted from research from the activation worksheet of the Intensive Realization Program. Now, what is manifestation? If you've been on YouTube or TikTok for long, then you've probably heard of a concept called manifestation, even just for fun, maybe. Regardless of where you first learned, you've also likely heard of the innumerable amount of explanations for what manifestation is. The majority of them, like some of the explanations given in The Secret, will say more or less that manifestation is a side effect of the nature of reality, which is based on the belief that your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions have the power to shape your reality due to the intimate connection between all things that we all have. And this resides in the assumption that our baseline energetic makeup as beings is our direct connection to everything else created in the universe. Now, overall, manifestation is a concept that has gained significant popularity in our recent years, but its roots can be traced back to ancient philosophical and spiritual traditions. At its core, manifestation is the process of intentionally creating or attracting what you desire into your life. Manifestation operates on the principle that everything in the universe is made up of energy that vibrates at a certain frequency, including our thoughts and emotions. And by aligning our thoughts and emotions with the frequency of our desires, we can attract those desires into our lives. In essence, manifestation is about consciously harnessing the power of your mind to bring about positive change. This happens to also be in alignment with the more scientifically minded approach that we use here at the Reality Realization Institute. Now remember, because of this, your thoughts and emotions have the power to shape your entire reality. Now that you have a brief understanding of the basics of what manifestation is, here are a few tips and techniques to try out to get started on your great adventure. Let's start by understanding what manifestation is all about for those of you who want to embark on this journey. See, the process of manifestation begins with gaining clarity on what you truly want to manifest. It is essential to be specific and clear about your desires, as this helps focus your attention and your energy. Whether it is a fulfilling career, a loving relationships, improved health, financial abundance, or personal growth, being clear about your desires sets the foundation for your manifestation. And by harnessing the power of your mind, you can manifest abundance, love, success, and more. So let's dive into the key steps to help you manifest your desires. Step 1, beginning the steps to manifestation. See, the first step in manifestation is clarifying your desires. Take a moment to reflect on what you truly want to manifest in your life. Be specific and write down your goals or desires. Visualize how it would feel to have them already present in your reality. Now, don't worry, we will go more in depth into how to do these once we reach the techniques. Now that you've clarified your desires, it's time to set positive intentions. State your intentions in a positive way. Instead of focusing on what you don't want, focus instead on what you do want. For example, if you desire a loving relationship, set the intention to attract a supportive and caring partner. Belief and faith are also crucial in the manifestation process. Believe that what you desire is possible and that you deserve it. Cultivate a sense of faith and trust in the process of manifestation. Release any doubts or limiting beliefs that may hold you back. In addition, gratitude plays a significant role in manifestation. Cultivate a grateful mindset by expressing gratitude for what you already have. Gratitude helps shift your focus to the positive aspects of your life and attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. Now, to one of the main arguments around manifestation. See, it is not just about wishful thinking. It will also require action. However, there's a caveat. See, the actions you take towards your goals will align with your intentions. Because of this, they will feel and be inspired, which is what allows you to follow your intuition and take the actions that feel right for you. Trust that the universe or a higher power will bring you what is for your highest good, even if it may look different from what you initially expected at first. Now on to the techniques for manifestation. Now, starting off, you first need to make sure you're aware that in general, there are two main factors that make up your ability to manifest your desired reality. These are your energetic state of being and your present moment state of awareness. This instructional cheat sheet will teach you how to cultivate that first part, being the energetic state, by using a technique we call the activation, and the second part, awareness, using a technique we call active shifting. It is to the degree that you practice entering into the resonant energetic states of the primary feeling and living from it that will determine to what degree will the desired reality manifest for you the experiences that reflect those same energies. The first step of the activation technique or the active shifting technique is to stabilize the intent of what you plan on doing and why. Although this can work if you just do this without any techniques, you will naturally receive the best results when you're able to use advanced techniques and connect that awareness to align higher with what you're doing using the same exact techniques that you're doing now in order to achieve the highest level of success with the techniques you're about to apply for the realization of your manifest intent. The way to do this to align fully around the particular intent you're focused on, that we will call your North Star, being the goal that you'll be focused on manifesting, is using a technique called active shifting. Now, it's important to make the goal clear and concise for the best results with the manifestation techniques alignment steps. Preferably a sentence explanation of the North Star you're focused on is enough, and I'll explain this right now. Once everyone is clear on the North Star, once you are highly clear and you've spoken about it to your trusted aides, you can then commence the alignment technique. And the easiest way to do this is to do an automatic writing session on the North Star by setting a timer for 25 minutes, focus on writing down your clearest insights into these 3 questions. The first question, how would you feel when the North Star has manifested / when the goal is achieved? 2, what would you do now or be able to do now after achieving this? And 3, what would change in life for you now after achieving this? Make sure that you spend the entire 25 minutes focused on writing down the answers to these 3 questions as clear as possible. At first, there may be gibberish, but that's just a part of the process. After you do the automatic writing, note down some of the highlights of the session, focusing primarily on the feelings you felt when imagining what life would be like. This is the first step to move it beyond alignment, which means similar vision / energy and coherence, to transform it into what we want to be, the resonant vision and energy and coherence. The final step you're going to want to take then is to determine this North Star state of being that you'll use, which is the main feeling of the wish fulfilled that you expect to feel the most of when the manifestation realizes out in full totality. Once the North Star state of being has been chosen, then you're ready for the next step, which is when you'll focus on taking that feeling and transforming it into a habitual energy that you can live from while you pursue the manifestation itself. Now into the 4-step exercise to the activation. Before beginning the activation, you're going to want to perform what I call the ladder breath. Now you're going to want to watch this video by Dr. Joe Dispenza, where he explains it much more in depth and with a much better explanation for how to properly conduct it, because it is considered a bit of an advanced breath as it's similar breathing as what is done for Kundalini awakenings. Now, once you watch that video and complete the ladder breath, what you want to do now is to lay down or sit up with your eyes closed, and you're going to want to take one of your hands and you're going to want to put it on your heart, making sure that you feel your heartbeat. Once you feel your heartbeat, you're going to want to start stably breathing through your heart center into your belly rhythmically using an 8-second inhale and a 10-second exhale with a smile on your face. The smile is absolutely crucial. Don't forget it. Once you have that smile in place and you're rhythmically breathing, do that for 3 sets. And then once you've done it for 3 sets, you're going to want to sense the feeling. Now, in other more advanced trainings, you'll be completing a core emotional driver and a North Star state worksheet. But for our purposes, all you have to do was that active shifting above. And now once you have that active shifting North Star feeling, get a sense of that feeling that you defined as your North Star state of being. Notice where you feel this feeling within your body, and then try to expand this feeling to all over your body. If you feel it in your hands or your toes, try to expand it throughout your arms, into your shoulders, into the rest of your body, up your legs, up to your body, until you can feel into your chest and throughout all parts of your body. Now, with a sense of that feeling, continue to do the breathing and then imagine that you're now living from this feeling, experiencing each and every day living from this present moment state of greater desirability. From this feeling, imagine that it is now 7 days that you've been living from this state. What is your life like now? What qualities do you have? What qualities does life have for you now? Once that feeling is solid and feels stable, go deeper. Repeat the above now, imagining that you're living from this new feeling for 3 more months. Describe what you'd be doing. Describe what life is like for you. Describe who you are now. Once solid and stable, do this again for 3 years and then for 7 years. Once you have this super high level and desirable feeling, you're going to want to now determine what you're going to want to do next with this perfect feeling. At this point, what you would want to do is to imagine this feeling not as something you feel in the future, not something that's occurring 7 years from now, but rather something that has already occurred, something that can now be likened to a past reality. Try to experience remembering this feeling as something that occurred recently, perhaps in the past 7 days ago, that you felt just like this 7 days ago. Now, once you feel that as a present moment memory, once that remembrance is solid and stable, come forward to this present moment from that memory. Imagine now that in this present moment, you've been living from that feeling and that you remember. You get this sense of calm expectation for how your life will now be, continuing to live from this feeling. Once this present moment reality feels solid and stable, feel a sense of love and gratitude for this feeling that you've been blessed to live a life like this. And imagine that you radiated out this present moment feeling to those in your life that you care about. That by radiating this feeling, they have received this gift, have now been healed, and now feel the same way you do. Then declare to yourself that you'll continue to live from this feeling, and then you open your eyes and continue living from this feeling. See, these are the key core techniques and applications that you'll want to use when starting off your manifestation journey as a beginner. And remember, when beginning your journey into manifestation, it's important you remain clear on a few important notes. See, when your manifestations first start to outpicture/realize out into reality around you, you may not notice them at first because when using a holistic technique focused around all categories of life that hold meaning, you might find that the manifestations will look a bit different than expected in form and expression, which is perfectly fine and a good thing to note. We call these initial ones realized opportunities. These are the synchronicities on the path that show the path. And it's now up to you to trust in the universe or higher power to guide your way based on the loving truths you cultivated during the start of your journey. So remember, stay patient while your manifestations realize out for you. This patience will be rewarded. Now, as the Bible says, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1:4 NIV. Now, finally, if you love what you learned today, just click this button right here or the first link in our bio to roll into the How to Manifest course to learn the techniques we recommend for honing your emotional basis in order to make the most of all your manifestations and move them forward in time rather than backwards in time, where this isn't the end, but only the beginning. And with that, I will talk to you all later. Peace.